Hello, I'm Alan Keays, and I'm joined today by Emily Cutts, and we're here to provide you a look at some of the stories we're working on for tomorrow's paper. The big story today was an arraignment over at court for an incident that happened this weekend on Saturday night at the Green Mountain Shopping Plaza. It was a shooting where a man from Pennsylvania was charged with shooting a woman in her arm. Luckily, the woman was treated and released, but the suspect was in court today for an arraignment. I believe it was aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, correct.
And I guess they ordered him held without bail, but the interesting thing is, as well, is there's no motive given for the case.
No motive is given for the case. The attorney also didn't comment on a motive. We don't really know what this gentleman was doing in Rutland. Don't know how long he's been in the area. This is Michael Filanuk. He's, again, originally from Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. Currently unemployed, according to his attorney. There was no contest for being held without bail, saying that Filanuk felt it would be futile, especially since he had turned himself in.
He did plead innocent.
Yes,
as well. And so he's being held in Rutland jail now.
Yes.
And his attorney also spoke at after the hearing?
After the hearing, his attorney answered a couple questions and agreed with some television reporters that were in court today as well, that it is a head scratcher, as there isn't any motive, and he's not believed to have known the Rutland woman that was shot.
And also in tomorrow's paper, Gordon Rosillo will be over at City Hall tonight, where there is a meeting of the Board of Aldermen. They're going to be talking about water and sewer budgets. We'll also have a story from our press bureau, Neil Goswami, about Bruce Linsman. He's the Republican candidate for governor. He released his financial information Monday, and he is a former Wall Street executive. His net worth was found to be $50.9 million, with an income of $1.6 million last year. So it's kind of a look that we have into his financial background. Also in tomorrow's paper, you also covered an arraignment for a robbery that happened last week, actually.
Yes. Right? Two gentlemen were in court on an armed robbery and burglary of a residence. Cameron Albarelli and Teron Richardson both pleaded innocent. Both are being held on $75,000 bail and face 2 felony charges: assault and robbery with a weapon and burglary into an occupied dwelling. And one of the gentlemen actually celebrated his 22nd birthday today.
Oh, in court.
In court.
And one last one from court. It's a busy day in court today.
It's a very busy day.
There was a woman who was, I guess, the owner of the tavern bar in West Rutland, pleaded out in an embezzlement case.
Yes, she pleaded guilty. She'll get a deferred sentence for 2 years. So if she does well on probation, the incident will be expunged from her record. Judge Thomas Zane did ask her, how did she get to this point? And she said she didn't really know. She did apologize for her actions and said that she had made a big mistake.
And the case involved kind of those rip-open tickets they sell at some bars around the area, and the money is supposed to go to charity, and apparently it wasn't. Correct. I believe according to court records anyway. And also in tomorrow's paper, we'll have a story from Lola Dufert about a Middlebury case we've been following involving a student who I guess was found by the Judicial Conduct Board there to have sexually assaulted somebody. And there was a debate about whether or not he could be allowed back on campus. And there was a lawsuit filed, and the lawsuit has been settled, I guess, between the parties, the Middlebury College, and it was filed as a John Doe case. And he has agreed to complete his education at another institution besides Middlebury. So Lola will have the details of that in tomorrow's paper. So let's look at one last thing. Gordon has written a column for the food page today. It has to do with holiday and desserts and what to put on top of your dessert.
I tasted it. It was pretty good.
All right. Well, that's a look at some of the stories we're working on for tomorrow's paper. Thanks for watching.
Have a nice day.